What's going on, everybody? Just got everything pulled up here. Just waiting on a few more people to hop in. Oh yeah. You guys ready for us to start? Alright, so I guess we'll get started. So there's really only a few things in the patch notes that me and Pink really noticed. So at the very beginning of the all this stuff is just pretty much PvE stuff. They talk about companion performance. Now it honestly kind of makes me a little bit irritated because they say that they are fixing some performance issues with the companions, and yet and they say that they've yeah, I mean, they say right here, improving endgame performance has been a huge focus for us, and we're starting to make significant progress towards our goal. So they're making significant progress towards their goal of game performance, I guess. Yeah. That they don't want to undo any of this stuff with the companions. So all of the changes they've implemented has really helped everybody out, like all the performance stuff. It's honestly just irritating. I get this game is meant for PvE. I get that the PvP community gets the short end of the stick, and we just have to swallow the pill and keep going because there's really no other good MMOs out there right now. So that's just the reality of it. So there's really nothing here on the first few pages until page 8. This is all talking about trial stuff and everything. So yeah, it's actually just pretty, yeah, page 8. So let me scroll down here. Page 6, page 7, page 8. All right, so combat and gameplay. That's where it pretty much starts us off. Yeah, there's a few juicy things in this patch notes. Yeah, companions need to get out of here. They say they're not gonna. They didn't add a new class. No, we're basically just getting started. Nothing really too important just yet. Just talking about performance, but yeah, it's just stupid. They didn't add a new class because they focus on companions. That's what happened this patch. That's exactly what happened. They didn't bring in a new class because they wanted to do a roleplay thing with companions, which is fine. some people are going to get some really big satisfaction out of that. But yeah, so here's where everything's pretty important. So everything from here on out until the end of the patch notes, it's, you know, pretty important stuff. And honestly, a lot of the suggestions I made, if you guys watched my previous videos, a lot of these things actually got addressed and some things altered. So overall, we'll have to just wait and see how this actually plays out, but I'm cautiously optimistic. So, all right, I'm going to skip this cutting dive stuff because it's really stupid. So we're going to start off with this Necromancer stuff. So supposedly braided tether, oh, okay, yeah, there's that one. Okay, so this is whenever you get lag sniped and you're walking around like a zombie and you're dead on your screen, but you can still move and walk around. It's just basically a UI thing that they're fixing. It's not going to make any, I mean, desynchronized death state. So this means whenever you're dead already on your screen, this isn't like desynced your health bar. This would specifically talk about that. It's not desync like you think, Pink. It's actually just whenever you get sniped to death and you're just walking around and you have no resources, and you're just walking around and you can still move. That's what that is. So the biggest thing to start off with is going to be the braided tether. It's not too big of a deal, but like this is the other morph. So this isn't the one that gives you stamina. This is the one that heals in an area of effect. I think I'm pretty sure it is. So fix an issue where this ability healed the caster twice per tick. I mean, I guess it's kind of a little bit overtuned if it heals you for twice as much, right? But I'm going to skip this Warhorn. This is really dumb. It's not really too important. So here's where we get into the juicy stuff right here. So itemization and item sets. So made the following adjustments to item set scaling. Sets that use weapon and spell damage now require 6,574 of either in order to reach their original values, up from 5,478, resulting in an approximately 17% damage reduction. So what this means is to get the same damage on a proc set now, you have to have 6,574 weapon or spell damage on the sets that scale off of your weapon and spell damage. So I think I like some certain aspects about this, but I also don't like certain aspects. The main one being on my Stamplar, I can get over 7,000 weapon damage without even trying. So this is really not affecting my Stamplar. I'm actually going to get a buff on my Stamplar. But for magic classes, name a magic build that can get 6,000 spell damage. There isn't one. Running a proc set, trying to get 6,574 spell damage, that's impossible. You're not going to build that much spell damage. Even if 5,400 was a little bit of a stretch. So not only is Magicka now getting punished for stamina's ease of access to weapon damage, the discrepancy between magic and stamina is going to be even further apart. And the only way you're going to be able to build a class next patch on a Magicka spec is just build for max magic. And even then, it's really weak. Or, I mean, if you build into penetration, that's probably the only other option you have. But guess what? Your proc sets are about to be tickling people rather than doing anything. So that's kind of disappointing. I mean, to have 6,000 spell damage is just a little bit obnoxious. I get it for the stamina, but I think that if they just added the penetration for the stamina build on the medium armor and added spell damage on the 5-piece of light armor, and I think a lot of these changes would be you know, semi okay for Magicka. But the fact that you don't get any extra spell damage on magic specs in light armor really is stupid. If you invest too much into weapon damage, can you remain as tanky? That's the biggest thing that actually stamina can do. The more weapon damage they have, the more their heals are. So their vigor and their rally are going to get buffed by their overall high weapon damage, which means they're actually tankier the more weapon damage they have. So inherently, building for high weapon damage, you can have a good proc set like the Eyr0n 2H, and then you can get, you know, 200 weapon damage from that and get a bunch of healing from that, like getting all of the extra weapon damage that you get with the extra scaling that you have with minor brutality and major brutality and all of that. So actually stamina can get a lot tankier just because they have more weapon damage. So I mean, Resolving Vigor just heals for so much more than, you know, any other Magicka heal in the game. Yeah, but if they did that, then PvE people would complain, Kylo. It's just impossible. It's impossible to balance. There's no way that they can figure out what's going on here, to be honest. They don't know what they're doing. They can't add spell damage to light armor, and they can't add penetration to medium armor. Or that would, you know, hurt role players' hearts. So sets that use Magicka or Stamina now require 39,301 of each stat to reach their original value, up from 38,000. So, like I said, Magicka gets some more scaling now. Like, this could be pretty decent for magic classes. The fact is, though, this is only really sets that do like a healing type of proc. So like Chokethorn, probably Earth Gore, I think, is scaling off this. I'm not 100% sure. But having them scale like this actually could be pretty good for Magicka specs. It's only going to be tankiness, though. It's not going to be anything for damage. So, yeah, it's kind of stupid. But, you know, having this little bit of extra scaling to this will actually be pretty nice. So sets that use health now require almost 44,000 health to reach their original value, up from 38,000, resulting in a 13% damage reduction. So this is honestly pretty good. We were talking about this. The scaling on this needed to be a little bit higher. You're still going to have your dumb, you know, block tanks, you know, not taking any damage and, you know, stacking as much health as they can with like Harbinger and stuff. But they changed a few things with like Crimson and stuff like that. So later on in the patch notes, we'll go over that. But this is honestly a good change. You should really have to invest to get this scaling. So 44,000 health is quite a bit, especially if you're trying to, you know, deal damage as well. The only really way you could do this if you're running like a Blazing Shield Templar, which is getting a pretty big buff next patch. So that would be the only build that I think could run a semi-damage build with also having high health that could get the value out of this extra scaling. So sets that use physical or spell resistance now require 30,680 resistances of either physical or spell resistance, up from 27,890, resulting in a 9% damage reduction. So this one's mainly talking about the stupid proc set that you'd block, and they would have like a flame damage ability, and whenever you'd heavy attack, they could take like 20k damage, and it would scale off of your resistances. That's the only reason why this was really nerfed at all. So fix an issue with mixing perfected and non-perfected items. That's kind of dumb. I mean, that's PvE stuff. So ability altering weapons. So this is the Maelstrom 2H. So reduce the damage of this set by approximately 33%. So I think the tooltip right now is like, I wanted to say like 9k. I think it's right around there. So like nerfing it down like this 5-6k damage, it's going to be a pretty hefty nerf. These dot builds next patch were looking pretty scary. So yeah, we'll have to really wait and see, you know, how the dots are going to be, because they really changed a lot of skills on Warden. I'm honestly concerned with them being like another DK proc like dot build with, you know, Masters dual wield and stuff like that. So Song of Lomé, this is now scaling off your max health rather than weapon or spell damage. Okay, so Frostbite. So I want to try this set on my Magic Warden. So this increases damage done with frost damage to 8%, up from 6%. Nothing else is really changing. So, you know, this is going to be pretty good for, you know, Magic Warden. Possibly even some just melee-centric, you know, ice builds like a Magic Nightblade back in the day. You could do just a bunch of other builds. Actually having some ice damage, I really feel like they're gonna maybe possibly add in an ice class actually, rather than just Warden being a semi-ice class. I don't know what they're gonna do with this, but typically when they add in sets like this, they're maybe trying to, you know, add something new next patch or a few patches later. So the big stuff right here. So this is the big new proc sets. So Crimson Twilight reduces the damage done by this set by approximately 44%. So if my memory serves me correctly, this is right around a 9k tooltip right now on the live server. So this is going to be right around a 5k tooltip. So yeah, that's actually pretty crazy. So to get this thing to scale to the highest value it can, you have to have 44,000 health. And so this means you have to have, Crimson's going to be obsolete. Like, this is not going to be good anymore. Unless you have a ton of health. Which is honestly fine with me. So yeah, this is honestly a good change. I'm pretty excited about this. Because this is one of the main problems with overall tank meta and just making people so tanky. Having the Sithis and all this wasn't going to be too good or too fun to play against. So what do you think about that, Pink? Gutted? Yeah. It's just the werewolves that run around with Crimson really are the most annoying of this. So next we have the Explosive Rebuke. This was the set I was talking about that scales off of your resistances. So this set now applies the burning stats effect to enemies hit, but also approximately deals 42% less damage. So again, this is really gonna nerf the proc tank builds that was really gonna be a thing next patch. I'm glad they addressed this, but we'll definitely have to wait and see how this actually plays out. It looks good on paper, but again, like, they can address things like this and then it actually not even be fixed. Can you not hear Pink? I don't have you muted. Oh, wow. Hold on.
You do?
No, I don't. It's because I keep on doing that. I gotta fix now.
What?
I gotta fix. Okay.
So you did have me muted?
No, I didn't have you muted on the thing. It was, I have to have the PS5 audio on the thing. It's the source that I have to have on. My bad, guys. I always do that. I'm so new at this.
He does. He always does that.
I'm sorry, Pink. Can you guys hear Pink now?
Probably.
Can you guys hear Pink now?
Anyways, I'm glad Icy Conjure got nerfed.
Yeah. Alright, so let's go with the Icy Conjure. Tell me if you guys can hear Pink. I think you guys can now. I think. Okay, you guys can. Alright. Thanks. Okay, so Icy Conjurer. So this set now ticks every 2 seconds instead of every 1 second, but the total coefficient remains unchanged except for the global reduction. So does this mean that the damage was reduced? Or does this mean that it just ticks every 2 seconds now and the damage is the same? I don't know exactly what this is trying to say. I mean, the global cooldown can proc every 1 second. So I don't exactly know. So this isn't going to proc instantly, I guess, right? Honestly, it's fine. The problem with Icy Conjurer was just a consistent dot, so. What?
He always does that. Everclear. He said he thought you were talking to yourself until you called my name.
Rip. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still new to this stuff. So Unleash Terror. This set now applies the hemorrhaging status effect. Each tick, but approximately deals 46% less damage. I think this hemorrhaging is going to be a problem, but it's honestly going to be better than what we had. I mean, I remember getting hit like on the live server right now, but like 10-15k on these terrors, and having the hemorrhaging, honestly, it's going to be okay because this is going to reduce your healing. It reduces your max health rather. It's honestly going to be okay. It's just like the minor mangle on the staff. So okay, so it's the same overall damage, just doesn't tick that off then. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought it meant. So Widowmaker, this set now lasts for 10 seconds with a 10-second cooldown instead of 5 seconds with a 5-second cooldown. So this kind of got a low-key nerf again. This set has been touched I don't know how many times by Zenimax. It used to proc instantly and dealt like 10k damage with Viper. Then they changed it to this, and now they changed it even more. It could be good on like a .dk now because of the 10-second pressure, but I'll have to wait and see how this works. So Scourge Harvester reduces the damage dealt by this set by approximately 30%. So this is Malibeth. And what this does is it just makes you insanely tanky. And I'm honestly happy this is getting nerfed because I've seen so many Necromancers in dueling and battlegrounds. DKs run this. I ran this on my Magicka Warden last night, and it's honestly a carry, man. It's really just an absolute carry. And I'm glad that they're actually addressing some of these problems, but you know, we'll have to wait and see. Again, this looks good on paper, but we don't know exactly what it's going to do actually in game. So having a damage reduction is nice. Thorvikin, I wish they would just leave this set alone. They've completely nerfed it to the ground like the past 2-3 patches because it used to be best in slot, and now they buff the damage by 22%. They just are so indecisive with their buffs and nerfs. It's really just mind-boggling. So Death Dealers, feat. So this actually been buffed quite a bit. So I think before this used to give you like 1,500 resources, and now I think this gives you close to 2,600 max health, max stamina, and max magic. So this could be honestly paired up with like a werewolf, or it could be paired up with a max stat magic build instead of using Malakath, for example. This could be very, very interesting on building max stats. I'm honestly pretty intrigued by this. I actually kind of want to try this. What's up, Jason? How's it going, man? Good morning. So the next thing is we have the Sithis. So again, I called this. I said this needed to be nerfed, and I said right around 2,500 health, and they nerfed it to 3,200. I said nerf the armor to right around 5 to 6k, and they did it around 4,000, but they buffed the health recovery to 1,025. So what this is going to do, this is going to nerf it for PvP. I mean, the extra health is still pretty significant, but not near as much as it was. The health recovery is going to be very, very strong, but this is really only good for PvE because it's getting nerfed in half in PvP. So this is going to turn from 100 health recovery to 500, just like that. So honestly, this is a fine change. I think werewolves will still use this. This is going to be such a good set still, but it's just not near as, you know, on steroids as the other mythics were when they first released. So this Harpooner's Wading Kilt, this is really only meant for PvE. I don't even know why they talk about player versus player in this, because whenever you take damage, you lose 5 stacks now, and that's honestly, like, it takes you 5 seconds to build 5 stacks, but it takes you 1 hit to lose 5 stacks. It just, this is not going to be good for PvP. Nobody's going to run this. The only people that might run this would be a ganker. That's it. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I don't understand why they even like to talk about PvP when this does not even affect PvP.
Yeah, they don't really understand.
So Shape Shifter's Chains. So increases the health, magic, and stamina granted from the set while transformed to 1,707, up from 1,206. Again, so this, I mean, this could maybe help some werewolves out there, but yeah. I mean, this is not too big of a deal. So, Amalexi's Mercy, I guess it's just like a healing. Fix an issue where this set healed for its intended full value each tick rather than over the duration. This was a significant reduction of the set's power, as it was never intended to acquire the godlike powers of Amelexi herself. I hate their like cringy little comments, man. I really do.
Okay.
This makes me cringe every single time I read that type of comment. So Vice Cannon, this set now ticks every 2 seconds instead of 1, but retains overall damage. So this is just like Icy Conjurer. So Vice Cannon, this is the set that you deal damage from stealth and it heals you, I think. It's honestly fine. Nobody really ran this set, so I don't think they're gonna run it.
It's just Death got a little bit of a buff.
Yeah, so VD got a buff to, I guess, tone down the Zergs. I don't know. I guess to better align with the visual
5
effects.
meters.
So I guess
4.
yeah, it's not really too big of a deal. So this defending warrior, so this right here, reduces damage done by the set by approximately 30%. So this is the set. I think whenever you block an attack, you return magic damage back to the attacker. And so this is, I think it heals you for the damage done. So this is just like with Crimson and all that. So not a lot of people really realize this set. So like it's honestly I'm pretty glad it got nerfed there, or at least addressed some. Sax Heals Champion. So this set now scales in duration of the amount of ultimate spent, similar to Halls of Fabrication sets. Oh, this is like that cringy PvE stuff. Gamepad mode. All right, so that is all for the patch notes.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about all they focused on.
So
PvP.
they focus on for 3 weeks. I mean, I guess it's the main point, but we got Sithis nerf. We
Crimson got nerfed.
The new scaling, and we got the Proc Sets nerfed. So overall,
it was all right.
It was okay.
A little bit of an effective change, kind of.
It's all right. It's not. It's hard to really say. Like looking at it from a lens on this patch notes, if you just replace like what happened in the first week's patch notes to these new values, I think it could be a little bit more optimistic. But we have to think. For the longest time now, like proc sets, haven't been addressed until now, just now, and they've been taking their sweet time with proc sets. So I don't know if this is going to really help the stamina is going to be far superior with proc sets.
Yeah, like we already said, stamina is going to be
magic builds are going to get the short end of the stick.
Better.
And I think the magic builds are now going to have to spec into more max magic. And yeah, so it's going to be max magic, max penetration on magic builds. And on stam, it's going to be just max weapon damage. And just typically how it's always been. Should I farm Crimson next patch? No. Don't farm Crimson. No. It's getting a big nerf. 44%. So
yeah, almost.
And then also the scaling is a lot lower too. So it's actually like a 60% nerf to Crimson. So honestly, changes seem fine. Not everything is going to be in the patch notes all at once, but.
And they didn't address anything regarding the inventory either.
No,
so.
but this is on the PTS, so they could care less about that right now. This is just for the PC people. This patch is probably just going to expose a serious class of balance. Yeah, probably what's going to happen. You're going to have stamina builds. Nobody's going to be playing magic. I can guarantee you that. The only reason why people play magic classes right now is because they have proc sets. The only reason why people play a mag DK is because they have Crimson. It's because they have overwhelming surge. You take that away, I mean, no magic build can build up to 6,500 spell damage. There isn't a single magic class that can probably build that high unless you're running Moloch Kina, Clever Alchemist, Maelstrom or Master's Destro Staff with spell proc pots on a magic Templar. That's probably the only way you can get 6,500 spell damage. Yeah.
I mean, you used to be able to, but
yeah, so honestly, magic looks like they're just getting even bigger nerfs. And light armor having all of the extra damage you take from medium armor, having medium builds have way more weapon damage, and it's just absolute just sheer just crapping on magic builds. Okay, Magic Sork is the anomaly to all of this. The only reason why Magic Sork is good is because their inherent class skills hit hard. If their class skills didn't hit hard, then Magic Sork would be just as terrible as the rest of the magic classes. And it has Streak. That's really the only reasons why. Yeah, you only see Magic Sorks in PvP. You won't see maybe Magic Necromancers, but I doubt it. I mean, any class that doesn't need proc sets on a magic build is going to be viable. So the only class that I can see being semi-decent next patch is going to be Magic Templar and Magic Sork. That's the only two magic classes I see.
Which we've already said.
which is the only class that's viable right now. So
Yeah.
nothing's really changing. Stamina is just getting an even bigger buff. Nobody's gonna be playing magic. Like in dueling, it's a little bit different, but
That's probably why they buffed Templars the last patch.
in the last PTS is probably why they.
Or the PTS.
That's probably why
yes.
they buffed Templars.
Because they
but,
knew what they were gonna do.
So again,
That's what
it's just sad, really. I mean, the game is really never gonna get addressed. It's always gonna be like the thing is like Magicka is better in PvE supposedly. I mean, I don't PvE, so I could really care less. So like stamina builds are supposedly like the absolute worst in PvE, and it's just a complete opposite for PvP. Just the absolute complete opposite. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. It is what it is. So that's all for the patch note, guys. I think we're gonna do some BGs real fast. Maybe a few BGs. I got an announcement I'd like to make later in the stream. But we're gonna do some BGs real fast. Maybe a couple. I'm just gonna get on my stamina Templar. Since like magic builds are just getting absolutely crapped on. The only really magic class to play is gonna be Magic Sorc and Magic Templar, and I already play Magic Templar and I don't feel like playing a Mag Sorc. What's your opinion on Mag Sorc for PvE? I don't really PvE, buddy. I have no clue. I mean, they're good. I mean, I'm sure they're fine. They're probably one of the best classes like all around for overall content, other than like maybe Templar. At least in my opinion. What's up, Eyr0n? How's it going, man? So we are going to just be right back. Give me like 2 seconds. Let me swap over to my PlayStation, and we're going to start doing some BGs. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So we're back loading into ESO. So yeah, this is just, I think it's just talking about really high-end like content for PvE, really. That's what I'm really talking about. Turn those back on. All right. I'm on Magflar as well. Yeah, Magflar is definitely one of the better magic classes. I think that's because Mag can do damage from range, and PvE it's easier to dodge. Yeah, that's probably what it is. And you have a damage shield, so you have like harness magic, and it's really easy. I heard ZOS planned to separate campaigns for proc and no proc. Is that true? I have not heard that confirmed at all. That was our presumption several times over the past few weeks, I guess, of looking at the patch notes and like kind of inferring what's going to happen. I'm assuming it's what they're going to do, but there's really no telling. See here. Alright guys, so I want to let my announcement know to most of you guys that come by and check out my streams. So I've honestly been debating a few things. I'm probably going to make a video about this maybe over the next few days. I still got to really decide, but so do you guys prefer to watch streams on YouTube, or do you guys prefer to watch streams on Twitch? what do you guys prefer the most? Because from a longevity standpoint right now, it like obviously my YouTube is going to be outperforming my Twitch because I literally just made a Twitch, but I actually just read the terms of the service and I actually can't stream both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, so I have to pick one or the other platforms. So my ideas for this was I can stream on Twitch, but then I upload my live stream to YouTube a day later because that is the terms of service. You can go ahead and queue up Pink if you want. So and honestly, from a longevity standpoint of my overall channel, like there's a lot more viewers on Twitch than there are on YouTube. So it's just they have like 4 times the overall viewers, and if I ever decide to go to a different game and leave Elder Scrolls, you know, in the event that there is a better MMO or a better game that I enjoy, I think it would be better for me personally to, you know, possibly end up, you know, leaving YouTube just for live streaming though. I think that I've always enjoyed YouTube live streaming, but from a content creator's perspective, it is much easier to really like actually make content, and you know I have a lot more control of my stuff and things look smoother, and honestly I think the stream looks better, at least from my perspective. So I mean, obviously right now there's gonna be more people that likes my YouTube because, you know, I'm on YouTube, but that's just my plans, and I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. I get also, you know, if you guys sub on YouTube as well, I actually get more revenue from that over YouTube. So there's also that. And, you know, as you know, me trying to actually do content, you know, full time eventually in the future and actually build a channel, I got to look at the long-term aspect of, you know, everything. If I understand if you guys don't like to go watch Twitch, I completely understand. But if you guys liked watching me, obviously, then that's probably where I'm going to be. I still need to talk about this with Pink some more, but that's kind of my plans right now, where I sit. Yeah, Twitch is definitely, I think, for me personally, and better for the viewer experience. I think it's just a difference of your overall, you know, what you've been used to and accustomed to. Yeah, it's not going to obviously be a complete change to Twitch, you know, just overnight. So I'm still going to be, you know, people that come in and tune in on a live stream. I'll come and say, hey, you know, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch, you know, maybe tomorrow. Try to get some more people, you know, over there, and then eventually I'll make a full, you know, transfer. But, I mean, I thought I used to prefer YouTube, but...
How do you do tutorial videos on Twitch?
Well, the thing is you can record the tutorial videos while you're live streaming on Twitch, and then post the next video on YouTube, and nothing's going to change for video wise on YouTube. It's just going to be, I'm just not going to live stream on here. That's the only difference. And also you can clip things on Twitch. It's more user friendly for, you know, the people that are actually watching the stream. There's, you know, channel points that I just recently unlocked. And honestly, the main reason why I'm having to get pushed into one or the other is because it's against terms of service to stream on both. So I don't want to get either of my accounts banned, because I've worked so hard to get here where I'm at. So I have to make a choice.
Basically, you're just talking about live streams.
It's just live streams. Yeah, it's just going to be live streams.
Not videos.
Not videos. Just live streams.
Like build videos.
All my build videos will say the same. Well, the thing is if I just do back and forth, I could do that for a while, but what I can do is after I get solidified on most people know I'm streaming on Twitch, I'm eventually going to have to to pick one or the other. I can't just do, you know, both here and both there. It's just gonna, you know, kind of, you know, divide my audience, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, that's just my perspective. I mean, it's just live streams that I'm going to change. So like, they're basically the same. There's really no difference in live streaming at all, other than actually more things on Twitch. So it's really, I understand that people aren't going to want to watch Twitch, and I completely understand. But I just think from a perspective, from a content creator, there's a lot more tools on my tool belt. Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing, man. I was just gonna stream on Twitch and just make content. I was gonna post a VOD on YouTube that you guys can watch the live stream if you guys missed it on Twitch or don't really look at Twitch too much, and you guys can, you know, watch it on YouTube afterwards. And obviously, it's not gonna have the chat on it, but it would be just overall win-win, I think, for everybody. I mean, because you guys can still watch the live stream. It's just going to be 24 hours later. That's the only difference compared to like Twitch versus YouTube. Yeah, I'll definitely do some polls. But honestly, I mean, if I'm doing a poll on YouTube, more people are gonna like to watch YouTube because they're on YouTube. I mean, it's just gonna how it's gonna be. Do you want to invite Drago to the group?
Yeah, you can.
Your lead, babe. Did you invite him? Gonna pass me crown, or?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll give you crown.
So, I don't know. Eventually, I'll probably change my patch notes over to Twitch. But for right now, I'm going to leave it how it is. I think I mean, the next time I stream, I'm probably going to stream on Twitch. Just strictly. But that's just... I just think it's a choice I have to make. And I know I just started my Twitch. But I think from just an overall longevity standpoint, it's just best for me to start there and build that, because I'm already pretty much, you know, growing on YouTube, and I already have an audience on YouTube. So if I can go into Twitch and start getting audience there of different people, they could bring them to my YouTube and vice versa. So, you know, that's just kind of my take on it, and just trying to look at it holistically rather than just focusing on just one thing, because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, Epic, I appreciate that, man. See, that's what I'm saying is, like, for example, like, if, as you've seen on, like, casually browsing YouTube and you saw my stream, and then, for example, if you saw one of my videos and you saw that I stream on Twitch and was actually live at that time, then you can hop over there. That's kind of what I'm saying, is trying to connect my audience to both, so you guys can get the best of both worlds. So I'll still be posting YouTube content, but also I'll just be just doing my live streaming. Nothing else is going to be staying the same. Yeah, it's annoying. All right, man, I appreciate that. I know a lot of people, you know, I know some people aren't going to swap over to Twitch, and I completely understand. But you know, I'd appreciate it if you guys would. I understand if you don't. It's all about, you know, your preference and how you like to watch streams and who you like to support, you know, on Twitch or YouTube. It's just, you know, just a thing I have to really decide on, and I can't sit on the fence and, you know, pick YouTube over Twitch because I've already have a decent audience on YouTube. So I think not putting my eggs in one basket is the smartest decision for me right now. And I just think aesthetically, just Twitch looks better. All right, Walk, you coming in, bro? You want to come in and do some BGs? Yeah, I mean, it's not really a big deal once you make a Twitch account. It's very, very, you know, simple. Once you get everything going. You definitely have the audience to start growing big on Twitch. If everyone that watched your stream yesterday on YouTube went to Twitch, you'd be in top 5 on the ESO category. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like there's people that watch YouTube. Like I was just looking at Twitch yesterday after I got my stream off. And I saw that what's his name? Nesquik was on Twitch, and he had like 200 views, like 200 viewers, like on the live stream, and it was like, you know, 2 o'clock in the morning, obviously, but you know, there's a substantial audience that I could grow on Twitch. I mean, at any point in time, there's only like maybe 1,500 people on Twitch on YouTube, but that doesn't mean in the future if I go to a different game, that I can't, you know, grow that. So. And start from there. That's kind of what my point is of making a Twitch, is to get, you know, 2 things, 2 different outlets of content. You were talking about eggs, so I made an account named Dave Ramsey. Yeah, the link is in the, just type in !Twitch and you can, you know, go follow me there if you want. But I will probably still stream on YouTube for the next, you know, week or so. But eventually, once I get, you know, quite a few followers on Twitch, I'll eventually just swap over. Or just say I'm live streaming on Twitch and the YouTube, just like I am doing, and you guys can, you know, click the link and just swap over. Yeah, see, like yesterday I had, I think it was like close to like 80 viewers. It was like 60 of them were on YouTube and like 20 were on Twitch. So it's already getting like pretty decently, I mean, obviously decently close, but like there's already people starting to watch more on Twitch, right? So if they can all swap over to just Twitch, it won't really make a difference, like which whenever I'm streaming on. All right, buddy. See, at the time when I was just streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, I didn't know it was against terms of service to live stream on both at the same time. So this guy like commented on my getting Twitch affiliated Art Envious, I appreciate that, bro. Definitely appreciate that, guys. And I'll make an official video talking about it so a lot of people can get, you know, followed and can, you know, kind of follow me over there. Yeah, I have a Nightbot that I set up. So yeah, I got it. I've been figuring out a lot of this stuff. It's taken me a minute, but we're getting it. We're getting a little tech savvy over here. Alright, let me get my mud balls out. Collections. Where's it at? Tools? No. Mementos. Let me pull this bad boy out. I am... how old am I? Am I... I think I'm 22. I think I'm 22. Yeah, I'm 22. I started playing Elder Scrolls when I was like 16, so. Yeah, I'm really not that old, to be honest. Just like, you know, just a normal gamer. It's like. No, I know I'm 22. I played football in high school and I think I have CTE. You can ask Pink. I gave myself like 2 concussions for hitting somebody so hard in football in a practice scrimmage. Ask Pink.
Yeah, I think you have CTE or just selective memory.
Oh yeah? Well, I eat these mud balls. You remember when mud balls used to give you resistances or give you ultimate whenever you roll dodge them? That was funny.
No, I don't remember that.
Where's Q?
Where's the key?
Yeah. You're 21 too, Matthew? Nice. Or not 2, but you're 21 also. Well, that doesn't even make any sense.
What is your PSN?
Huh?
Matthew. Does he play on
Do you
the
play
PC
on do you play on PS4, Matthew?
PS4?
Or do you play on PC or what? Uh-oh. We got the cringy cringers. Got Zilla over here. They got the real Zilla and versus the fake Zilla. I ignored your whisper. What do you mean? No, that's not me then. Okay. Can Arrow please change his name? My goodness. See, okay guys.
Who is the person who whispered?
Supposedly Zmork. He supposedly whispered.
I know, but PSN name.
Yeah, what's your PSN name? But regardless, Arrows. So as you can see here, this guy, his name is the real Godzilla as well. He's my friend and he trolls me. And he hasn't changed his name in a while. So he, yeah, that's not me. If you see him in a werewolf, it's not me.
Lycan.
No.
An arrow.
And all these guys are getting nerfed next patch, so live it up, boys. Just the damage that werewolf does is just so nutty. Look how legit. I can't. I'm out of stamina. Yo, babe. This is balance. This is what we call balance. He changed his name similar to mine and hasn't changed it since. This is just fine. Yeah, it's just it's just a difference in capitals and stuff. Let's check out what that crimson hit me for. Oh, Howl of Agony for 5k. Yeah, let's see, like, this is the fun stuff right here, guys. Yeah, it's so annoying, man. I mean, I don't blame them for playing it, to be honest, but it's just so cheesy. The AoE fear that gives you major breach and stuns 7 people. Like, what? Okay. Just balance. So it is, guys. This is completely 100% balanced. I mean, this is all balance is right here. See, look at that. Let me have 50,000 health and hit 6k Howl of Agonies. No, I don't play werewolf. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter who I'm going against. Even if they're my friends, I'm still gonna call them out on the cheese. Like, this is the exact thing Zos has been asking, that we've been asking Zos to nerf forever. And so, yeah. And I'm get snared by the stupid little wolves, like, an insane amount. You know, all the guys who are good too on the other team too. It's not that they're bad at all. It's just, this is the, I mean, it's the absolutely the most cheesiest thing you can play is just the werewolf. Heal, babe. Yeah, it's gonna be strong, but it's at least getting nerfed some, and all these things are getting nerfed, so I'm honestly happy about it.
Lycan's only played werewolf.
Yeah, I know he's only played werewolf, but...
Lycan and Eyr0n, they've pretty much always played it, so you can't really say anything about them.
Eyr0n only played it because of the Crimson, and then he played it because of the
I mean, he's been playing it for a while.
Yes, but it's just how it is.
Do you want me to pick you up?
No, it's okay. Like, I think I think a good way to balance a lot of these BGs is to only have one class in the BG. So you can only have like one werewolf, or only have like one vampire, or only have like one DK,
Kinda
one
like
max
how they
sword.
do in, sort of when you do like dailies or something, like have one roll. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, just something to...
Maybe.
Like, this just makes me want to pour acid in my eyeballs. I'm not even joking. Like, this is worse than no proc getting zerged down. Because at least I can, like, choose where I go and open world. But this is just like same exact thing. It's just about worse. You know, and I like all these guys. It's just, I mean, they're my friends, but it's not the most fun to fight against. Yeah, Kyleo was the...
No, I like them when they're on our team, though.
Yeah, I like werewolves when they're on my team. Yeah, they make it so much easier, but... Like, I'm just gonna be so happy when people don't just run proc sets. Like, take off the Crimson, take off the Pellet with the Eyr0n, take off all these things.
Well, Crimson, they're not going to be able to run it. I mean, they can run it, but...
It's gonna be a lot weaker.
Yeah, it's not going to be... There's not really anything you can do against
Nope, there's really not anything you can do. You can't even kill them, and they can hit
no,
you
you can't
and
kill them.
kill
You can't
you.
really worry about them, actually.
You have to completely ignore them. And I wish I would survive for another second, but it's whatever. Come on, just end the game, please, Walk. Thank you. Get us out of here. Like...
I mean, they're our friends, so we can't really... We're not talking bad about them, but... You definitely don't want to go up against them.
It's just not fun. It's just not a good, like...
Not against werewolves, no.
There's...
That's why Brandon got mad that one time at you, because you all three were playing werewolves to troll, remember?
Yes, I remember. But that's when I was fed up with the game myself. So.
That was not,
Everybody else was a werewolf, so I was like, might as well play it.
I mean, you only did that one time, I think. I wanted to play werewolf, though. I did.
I think it would be like a healer werewolf, but that was even possible.
I don't know if that's possible. That's probably not possible. I mean, Lycan gave me his build, and that was like forever ago.
The only real way to have true fun in BGs, other than, you know, group playing with your friends and actually going against, you know, somebody that's fun to go against but is challenging, is just a solo BG. Well, it's getting nerfed.
Yeah. I'm sure Lycan will come up with a good werewolf build, though. Even though he doesn't even run Crimson, does he?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't like Crimson. He's never liked it.
Yeah. So he'll, I'm sure, still play it. Hold on.
Hey guys,
I'll
do you
find
remember the
something.
first years of the game when there were people spamming meteor and just block? I remember whenever like meteor was like reflectable, and you could actually like semi-perma block on magic DKs, and actually your skills healed you on magic DKs as well. So honestly, the game was more balanced back then than it is now. For being honest, Magicka could at least compete and deal damage, and that was at a time that she ran like Kagranak's Hope. That was like before Shacklebreaker. That was before like, I mean, I guess Spinners was a thing, wasn't it? I don't even remember if Spinner was a thing.
What are you talking about?
Way back in the day.
When? In the
like
old IC days?
Remember Kragernax?
That's what Dark Wolf called it.
Yeah.
Kragernax.
I think Werewolf should last 30 seconds.
TBS
30 seconds.
And
that's it. 30 seconds. It should be similar to Vampire Ultimate. 30 seconds. Same cost. There should be no difference. Or you say nothing? Sorry.
I don't remember. You were talking about old sets.
Kragernax.
Yeah, you were just talking about, yeah.
Julianos and Willpower.
Yeah, Julian. TBS. Yeah, Twice Born. I don't know if Spinners was a thing. Necropotence and Lich.
Werewolf lasts indefinitely until you run out of werewolf form. And you can feed your werewolf form by using abilities in it. Or you can get werewolf by taking damage or dealing damage. It's one of the two, but you don't run out of it. If you're fighting in a 4v4, then you get full werewolf and you never run out.
Faded asked if he should renew his ESO Plus.
Well,
I would probably not until they fix the inventory issue. But
if you have craft bag and you can't access your gear and you don't feel like pulling your hair out, then definitely just renew it. But I mean, as for me, I have so much stuff. If I were to cancel my ESO Plus, I would not be able to do any type of content. So I have to have ESO Plus, and I don't want to, but it's like I have to have it because I have to have the craft bag.
I don't want to either.
Even though I can't use it. I have no inventory space on any of my characters, so.
But if you don't have gear, if you don't have all that, like, other inventory issues, then I wouldn't renew it.
I believe there's an influx of bad players in PvP on PC. Console players seem more hardcore. It's actually harder than on PC. I wouldn't doubt that, to be honest. There's a lot more wide variety of PC players than console players. And any of the people that you will see in high MMRPGs or PvP in Cyrodiil or whatever are going to be just solid players in general. I mean, there's a few bots here and there, but, you know, it's not going to be to the extent that probably PC has.
Not only that, we don't have, I know this has been like a debate, but we don't have the add-ons that make it easier to play.
Yeah, that's also a big thing too.
So we actually have to kind of focus.
Yeah, no problem, Faded. Yeah, imagine if Zoss did that to the Vamp Ultimate. Yeah, if they made Vamp Ult indefinite, you would have werewolves crying because there'd be vampires killing them. Because that ultimate actually is pretty strong if it lasted indefinitely. I mean, you get 10% extra magic, health, and stamina.
Yeah.
You gain an AoE effect around you, and you gain health. Like, why would you not use that indefinitely? And if you use Mistform, you gain like 300 spell damage. Like, who would not use that? I don't know. It's just annoying. But to any of you guys that just are coming into the stream, I was talking about this earlier, but I'm eventually, like just like a TLDR version, I'm eventually going to swap over to Twitch. I've made a calculated decision just for my overall longevity of how I want to grow my channel, and Twitch just seems like the best option for like the like several years and
For streams.
for stream. Okay,
just
yes,
for live
for streams.
streams.
Just for live streams. I should make that.
And you're still gonna do your like content and
yes.
build videos.
Everything's
on
gonna stay the
YouTube
same
still.
on YouTube. It's just I'm just gonna live stream on Twitch. That's gonna be the only difference. I'm probably gonna make a video about it to reach out to more people. But if you just type !Twitch.
You always make a video.
Yeah, I always make a video about everything. I can make a video about how to eat something. So, but yeah, definitely if you guys can hop over to Twitch, and that would be greatly appreciated. I understand some people aren't gonna really enjoy Twitch; they like YouTube, and I completely understand. But if you guys could just download it, it's really no difference on your end. It's really actually better because you can actually, you know, do some funny things like on there's like channel points. So you can actually redeem channel points and you can like watch the live stream and you can like make my gameplay harder, where you can like have me not heal myself for 10 seconds, have me like not use an ultimate for 10 seconds, and you can redeem channel points as you watch the live stream. So it'd be pretty funny to do. Eventually when I get a lot more people, it's definitely going to be very, very annoying to really play the game, but I think it'll be funny. You don't like my Nightbot? My Nightbot's amazing. He helps me out. See, Nightbot got you, bro. Nightbot gave you a warning, Epic. You better watch out. Yeah, I'm gonna do some things like that. Don't worry, I'm gonna do some things like that, but I'm not gonna do BGs with my fist. I'm gonna do some funny things like my like one thing is gonna be like if I'm on my Samsork, I have to play like basically semi-naked, where I have just some monster scent on and Clever Alchemist. Probably gonna do maybe 1 or 2 more BGs, and then probably gonna hop off for the night. Me and Pink gotta watch some Netflix. Depends on how the queue is. Crispy's a good player. Always see him at BGs. Always against him. Never on my team. Yeah. Balor and Eyr0n Neki. No. It's gonna be Clever Alchemist, Eyr0n 2H, and One Piece Balor. Yeah, so my plans.
Bye, Chili.
Chili getting off? See you, Chili, man. Have a good night, bro.
Yeah.
So my plans for my channel. So I want to stream YouTube, or stream ESO. I really like the game. I'm trying to, reminisce of the game that it once was, but I know it's probably never going to be the same. And eventually, I'm gonna leave Elder Scrolls because, I mean, as you guys can see, you really can't blame anybody for wanting to play this game. So, yeah. So that's my plans is when another game comes out, to play that if I like it. And that's really, I mean, I don't know of any other games on the horizon right now. So what gear do you use? Type !Stamplar and it'll pull up my build video if you want to watch it. Walk wants to duel. Oh, I don't want to duel at .dk. You. Yeah, New World. It's not coming out on console, is it? So it's really kind of big sad, but eventually, I mean, I would like to swap to PC, but that's going to be in the future, way future. I like playing on console. It's just much more fun for me. I don't have to get so sweaty with the keyboard and mouse. I do enjoy Elder Scrolls, I really do. But it's just... it's very frustrating sometimes. Especially when you go against the same people constantly, and they're running the most toxic, cringy builds. But it's just, you know... I do enjoy ESO, yes I do. It's one of the best MMOs out there, if we're being honest. I mean, it really is. Come, babe. Yo. Babe, why'd you leave me? I come to help you, and then you leave me.
I didn't see you.
I was literally right on top of you, and I wasn't buffing because I thought you were gonna be there. Honestly, ESO really isn't as toxic as it used to be, man. It really isn't.
It used to be worse.
Yeah, this...
calm down, but...
I mean, the toxicity really doesn't make a difference, because if you've ever played on PS4, you know what really toxic is, and it's really not that bad anymore.
It used to be so toxic whenever dueling was a big thing back. Like, dueling was a big thing back, like, 3 years ago, maybe? 2 years ago? And then at that time everybody was still younger, so they weren't quite...
Sure.
I guess.
Dude, like,
a lot of people's grown out of it, I'd say.
Like, look at this. 6k Howl, 6k Howl. Come on. Yeah, look who it is, Nexi. Well, how you do an unpremade is just do do PGs without being in a in a group.
Oh well.
Like, how did this guy pull me in? Like, what is that? This will be the last BG for me, guys. I mean, unless we do some type of solo queue or something. Because this is just not fun. It's just werewolves, 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 werewolves. Just come up here, babe. Let's just try to fight them. Don't leave.
There's no point.
Well, I mean, we're getting no action with the purples, so.
That Dave guy, he's also a werewolf.
Yeah, all of them are werewolves.
Let's just go to the purple side.
Just let them take the flags. This is...
Because we'll be fighting them all day, basically.
This is balance, guys. This is what balance looks like. Right there, look at that. Look at that balance. Heavy attack for 7k. I mean, these guys are my friends, but still, it's just not fun. If I do, can we get solo QBG pink next BG, and so we don't have to fight this?
Whatever.
I'm just asking you. Can we do that?
It's whatever.
I think the biggest thing about werewolf is the howl and the fear. The fear is the most stupid thing that werewolf has, because you get stun locked into a almost endless animation of holding your head like you're trying to do like the scream impersonation, and yeah. Look at all these little, look at these little things, man. These guys are freaking just smacking me, man. Like, this stupid little pets just snare me. Yeah, but it doesn't do enough, obviously. It's just... Yeah, this will be the last last group BG. So look here after this. Yeah, if the little bitty werewolves did not snare, then I think werewolf would be semi-balanced. I mean, even with the absolute retarded healing that it has. No, it didn't. The snare did not get removed. No, that snare did not get removed at all. Okay, JT, what do you think the best class right now for PvP? I think it's gonna be... I think Stamplar is very, very strong, but I just play it. It just depends on what PvP you're talking about. If you're talking about regular, you know, Cyrodiil PvP, no proc, then probably like Magsork, Stamina. I don't know, probably Stamplar. It really depends, though. It's honestly really, really depends. Pink, do you want to do one solo queue, or are you done with BGs? Got you with the res. Are you solo queuing or no?
No, I'm just gonna get off.
Okay. And I think we're just gonna call it a night, guys. This was a very exhilarating experience, and BG's really have been kind of crappy the past 2 days. So I don't know if it's just because I've done Stamina Templar BGs like 2 or 3 weeks in a row now, and just constantly just got my MMR up, I guess. I don't even know, but I mean my MMR is pretty high on this. Get type. Yeah, Warden's getting nerfed, so yeah. I would definitely take a newbie MMR, to be honest. Yeah, so what's up, SSJ? How's it going, man? We're just wrapping up the stream. We just had some terrible BGs, just constantly just going against the same you know, werewolves, and they're my friends, but it's just still annoying to fight against. I mean, two things can be true at once. So before I wrap up the stream, I was gonna let you guys know again, I'm gonna plan on streaming on Twitch from basically here on out. So if you guys want to follow me on Twitch and catch my live streams, nothing's gonna really change for YouTube video wise. It's just gonna be I'm streaming on Twitch and that's it. I think it's better for me as a content creator, and it's better for you as a viewer. So yeah, that's kind of what my plans are. I actually figured out that it's actually against terms of service to actually stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So yeah, I'll probably put an open world together, open world build here soon. I mean, it's getting annoying. I mean, I enjoy BGs, but going against some either 4-man tank wardens or going against werewolves is just never ending. So if you guys just give me a follow on Twitch, just type !! Twitch, and you guys can give me a follow there. It's also in the description of the stream. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys stopping by. We did the patch notes. I'm gonna post that video separately. Probably post it tonight and have it up tomorrow. But so yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night. See you guys.